Given the nature of our previous conversation, I don't want to hear specifically when you're going to come ever again.
Holy fuck, it's Friday, it's 4 p.m. Eastern, it's GlacierTV, unless you're watching it on demand, on iTunes, on the ETB Motorsports Radio Network. It's the Wil and Dave Podcast. Hey, Dave.
Hi, Will. How are you today?
I'm alright. It's Friday, which means it's actually 9:01 my time, which means I've already had a quarter of a bottle of vodka.
Hell yeah, babe. Before you get too drunk, tell the folks where they can interact with us on the show.
Right, we've changed this, and you can see, if you're watching it on YouTube, we've got the links there. Facebook.com/Wil and Dave. Also on Twitter, @Wil and Dave Show. Use the hashtag Wil and Dave, or you can use Wil and Dave Show as well. We'll probably find it. Don't forget, we're available on iTunes. We normally put that on iTunes about 48 hours after the show itself. And, of course, you can follow me at Will Vincent as well, because I'm fucking awesome. Dave,
yes, you are, buddy.
Dave. Jimmie Johnson is a 6-time champion, but, according to Donovan McNabb, he's not an athlete.
Well, Donovan McNabb can't really say much because he's only an athlete for 3 quarters, and then he chokes in the 4th on his own vomit. So
he's a bit like Tony Romo, isn't he?
No, Tony Romo's an athlete up until and including 2 minutes, and then he chokes.
Yeah, I've always said that if I was the Cowboys owner, I'd actually have a quarterback just to play the final 2 minutes of the 4th quarter of any game. Tony Romo can just go and get an early shower so that, maybe that's the reason why, because he's not endowed enough and he gets nervous about the shower after the game, and that's why he chokes. Who knows?
That could be it.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen. I've just said Tony Romo has a small cock. Tony, if you're listening, bring it on, buddy. Sue me.
Allegedly,
yeah.
Kevin Harvick had an interesting tweet about Donovan McNabb. He said, cardio day in the gym today felt like Donovan McNabb in the 4th quarter. #sluggish.
Well, I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, comparing NFL athletes, college football athletes, basketball athletes, whatever, to motorsports athletes, it's like comparing the proverbial apples and pears. Because, yeah, NFL athletes, basketball athletes, soccer, rugby, call it what you will, they have got a degree of athleticism to them. For NFL, though, you essentially are running a play that takes 15 seconds long, so it's all got to be about bump, sprinting. In NASCAR, IndyCar, F1, to an extent, if you're racing go-karts, like Travis Miller. How you doing, Travis? It's about the G-forces. It's about the mental and physical fortitude that you have.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Just like you said, apples and oranges, or pears and oranges, however you like to put it. There's similarities and there's differences, but either way, if Donovan McNabb gets put in a car at Talladega, he's not going to have the mental fortitude to not wreck himself surrounded by 40 other cars. You just have to be conditioned for it, and in my opinion, being conditioned for a sport makes you an athlete.
I'm just checking, by the way.
Yes, even Tony Stewart is an athlete.
I'm just checking, by the way, that I've actually got everything turned on, and it does seem as though it's all turned on, Dave. We're not having to wake up on a Sunday.
Yeah, you were considerably less drunk on Sunday, which made for a different dynamic for the show.
Yeah, it's actually almost coherent. But, I mean, it kind of pisses me off. I mean, I do see, to an extent, what McNabb is talking about in the, you couldn't get a NASCAR or an IndyCar or an F1, etc., athlete to play in an NFL game. But at the same time, you probably couldn't get one of the NFL players to race NASCAR. It doesn't happen. And I think it's that sort of thing that it's called a sport for a reason, because you have to be at the top of your game in the world at doing, for fuck's sake, chess is technically a sport. You don't need to bench press 1,200 pounds to be able to be a chess player, but you need that mental, ability to outthink your opponent.
Yeah, that's very true. I think calling chess a sport is a bit of a stretch, but I guess in the definition of the word, then yes. But I think it'd be very helpful to bench press 1,200 pounds if you're playing chess. You could just intimidate your opponent into quitting.
Just slam on the table. No! Don't move your fucking rook there. Of course, we've got.
I'm gonna take your king.
We've got the darts is a big sport in the UK, and it's shown on all the sports channels. Yet the only way I seem to be able to play dart is if I'm incredibly drunk and I just start weaving from side to side, which eventually is just as I'm weaving from one side to the other, I throw the dart, I get a good score.
That's the only way to play darts.
Yeah, it's a sport.
True story.
True story, bro. So that's the important part of the podcast. Oh, by the way, I do need to make an apology. And I wrote this down. I was listening to the Wil and Dave show at work, and my boss listened to it. And actually, they didn't sack me, which is rather interesting. But I noticed that I said that Danica Patrick wasn't well formed. I wanted to make it very clear that I was talking about Danica Patrick not being well formed as a driver. I wasn't being a womanizer by saying that she wasn't well formed because of the fact that she has no tits.
I'm fine. I'm just fucking pissed.
Well, I understood that you. What you meant by her breasts or whatever you were saying. I can't say too much. I might get in trouble, but...
How is the wife?
She's good, but she told me she hates the show.
Well, everyone does. We are literally like the sim racing version of Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole. I actually have some things that everyone hates us, but in the same way that many people allegedly are bi-curious, they still want to check us out. There we are. By the way, we have Andrew King once again on the soundboard because he's not worth anything else in life. We have we have Josh Chin because we need someone occasionally to provide us with some Chinese food.
And we also need to publicly apologize. We publicly need to apologize to Mr. Chin because the Wil and Dave show curse struck yet again at 16th Street in Sebring. He ran into some bad luck, went off the track, and unfortunately took out Mr. Gareese in the process.
Can I say,
I'm
as
still
a
getting
preface to
Dennis's
that,
wheel out of myself.
Can I just say, as a preface to that, it was you who fucked up, Josh.
Yes, I'm fully aware. That's why I think it's not a curse. I think it's totally separate from that.
I have to say,
I'll still take the apology. So
I have to say, though, you did dislodge that cone that Dennis Gareese had stuck in his front wing in that accident. So, there's a positive to that whole story.
Well, I mean, I also dislodged the whole front wing, but...
The Wil and Dave show. Finding
Details.
positives when you get wrecked out.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Yeah. We actually do this live, by the way, too. There was one person that said to me, you guys just record it and then chop it down into tiny... The only thing that we cut down is when we go into about 4 hours long, we cut down the first 58 minutes to put it on the ETV Motorsports Radio Network. And by the way, Dave, the guys over at ETV, they really liked the first podcast. However, they said that you breathe like a pedophile.
I'm sorry. I'm still working on adjusting my mic. I think I fixed that, so we should be good. I think...
Come back to the train.
I want to hear you breathe.
I want to be inside.
They got really weird.
Yeah. So, and moving from one weird thing to another, we've got our special guest, Liam Jenkins!
Woo! Fast, Dave. It's just like you see the viewer drop from 9 to about 2.
Yeah,
like,
that's because
no,
we just introduced you. It's a bit like Sim Raceway, where you got all the hype and all of a sudden it all just falls down the shitter.
In all honesty, you've lasted a lot longer without mentioning Sim Raceway than I thought you would. I gave it about 4 minutes, so well done on that one. I thought I was coming at least in the first 4.
I'm going to start with a very serious question, Liam. How did it feel to commentate an Indy 500 with 12 cars?
It was good, actually, to an extent. To be fair, I thought, honestly, okay, this isn't going to work at all, but it was alright, to be honest. I thought as soon as the first wreck's going to happen and you get, guys coming out and there's going to be about 4 or 5 cars left, it would be dire, but it was okay. I've commentated on worse.
How many...
Liam, can you explain, the reasoning why they chose to only do 12 cars instead of a full 33-car field?
Yeah, I think it's down to, at the moment, the amount of people you can have on the server on Sim Raceway, including the live marshals. I know they're trying to work on it, but I don't know, obviously, what their plans are.
So, in other words, to all the people that complain about the fact that we can only have 60 cars on iRacing, don't go to Sim Raceway. But how many cautions did you actually get in that race?
I don't remember off the top of my head. It was a lot less than I thought. I was expecting there to be about one big one within the first few laps, and then obviously a load of little ones when people
Whoa,
just get
you
tired
say
and
one
run
big
around
one. You
their
had
own.
12 cars, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you'd be surprised. But no, honestly, there wasn't that many at all. I was oh god, I'm not my speaker over. No, there wasn't that many.
So, another serious question. How does it feel to not be working with me anymore?
It's a double-edged sword. I'm kind of upset that I don't get the piss ripped out of me every 4 seconds, but then I'm happy I don't get the piss ripped out of me every 4 seconds. And I don't know, I do miss iRacing, and I miss a lot of the stuff I used to commentate on as well, but I don't know, I think I've made big steps forward, I suppose. And
It's unbelievable, really unbelievable what you do.
Well, the thing is, you know, when you talk about me ripping the shit out of you, you are the guy that said that you were going to
No,
set
I
me
know
on
it's
fire
coming, I know
so
it's
hard
coming.
that I'm going to have to masturbate harder than I've ever masturbated before to put the flames out.
Well, what the fuck was that? He just fucking slapped it
You
right
still
into the
remember
fucking
that?
foot.
I've got the entire fucking clips on
It's
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, I've seen it.
So,
Ouch.
I mean, on a slightly, you know, less ripping the shit out of you way, it's been a pretty good year for you. Yeah, you're not working with me anymore, but you've done some okay stuff over at Sim Raceway. They spend all of their money in trying to get big, important, famous people over there, so you've actually worked with some good commentators.
Yeah, definitely. The most surreal thing, I think, overall, was having John Hindhoff actually phone me up. We had...
Right, there's Liam Jenkins done for the podcast.
Wow, that was. That's probably a good thing because NSC337 on YouTube says, "Oh great, Liam's here. Time to bail out."
There's the first one.
Ouch.
Boom! It's
Shots
not just
fired.
me ripping this.
So Liam,
We can't
you know-
lose.
Go
We
ahead.
can't lose people out of a 12 viewer base. Like, come on,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Well,
So
12
Liam,
viewer
something
bases,
right.
let's not forget, that's the amount of people that can get into a server in Sim Raceway.
Let me ask
If
you
you're not
a
pissing
question.
someone off, you're not doing your job right.
Well, yeah. Can I? In fact, we'll stop talking about Sim Fairway just a little bit. I haven't actually put it Sim Fairway yet. That's amazing.
You are on a streak.
I know.
He
You
hasn't
are
had enough vodka
from
yet.
one shit thing to another. You are a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh god.
Oh.
Well, top of the division, so you know.
Top of the. You're talking
The
about
worst
the
division in the
fucking
league, but it's
East.
a start.
That's
Don't
like
ever
talking
give up.
about the Colts in their division when Peyton Manning couldn't walk.
Yeah, but we have Nick Foles. It's fine. He still hasn't. I'm going to jinx it now, but he still hasn't thrown an interception.
We.
Which I'm
You
amazed
say we
at.
like you're on the team.
Huh?
You're in the,
I say
you're in the
we,
wrong
yeah.
country.
Oh, leave me alone.
To be fair, he could probably walk over to the Philadelphia Eagles, put on a shirt, and it's like, yeah, you'll do. Just go into the linebacker position.
Oh god, you want to see me in a linebacker? You know, I was thinking at least a running back. Give me a bit of dignity, but
No. Let's let him be the punt returner. He'll forget to call fair catch, and they'll blast him.
True. Oh, of course, I will be fair, Liam. Running back will be good for you because that's the sort of thing that you do when you're chasing after the girls after you've made them cry.
oh no, I'm the
Oh.
opposite. I'll be running away from them because
True.
they would have got the police out, and it gets very messy.
The Germans.
The important question, Liam, is this: have you yet been able to get yourself the pussy?
I will give you 5 seconds to think of an answer, and
That's
you'll
a
probably be
no.
right.
He's talking too long.
The answer is yes.
Danica, what the fuck?
Congratulations, Liam Jenkins.
No, it's a great resounding no, unfortunately.
Ah. Do I need to drag you up to Birmingham?
Honestly, it might help. It can't get any worse.
I mean, let's be honest about this. The chicks in Birmingham, they're loose as fuck anyway. Then you put them into the nightclubs we have over here, give them a little bit of alcohol, they get even drunker, as long as you've got a hotel room. In fact, you don't even need the hotel room. I see them fucking on this fucking side of Broad Street all the time.
Better you play Mario Kart.
I feel like I'm just sitting in on a personal conversation here.
Well, yeah. Shall we move on? Liam, you can stick around, by the way.
Yeah.
Yay! Acceptance, love, joy, it's all coming at once!
We didn't
Never
prepare.
give up.
We didn't prepare for this show at all. My post-it note is blank. So
Yeah, I was about to say, I haven't really
I'm gonna
prepared
have
as
to
well.
go. I'm gonna have to go to Twitter.
We've got
No,
45 minutes to fill, and we've got nothing to
We're
talk
going.
about.
It's
We're
the 4th
going to
episode,
Twitter.
guys. What are you doing?
You know.
Hey, you know what? There's still 11 of you watching, so
We might have to cut this out, you know. There we are. We're gonna.
No,
we're gonna
no, we're not
cut
cutting
that
it
You're
bit.
not gonna hear it in Germany anyways.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, you're not live in Germany, so I can cut this out, and you'll never notice it existed.
We have a
Will
tweet.
get it in.
We have
we
a tweet.
We do have a tweet.
Ooh.
SJoy29, your favorite Texan, Will.
Well,
Says she loves
hey!
the Danica Patrick clips.
More Danica?
More Danica.
More
Drink,
Danica.
drink.
What
Yeah.
the fuck was that? He just fucking slapped it right into the front of me. What?
Of course, last Sunday was a pretty sad Sunday because the end of the NASCAR season. All we got is a Brazilian Grand Prix left this season, which is a case of will Sebastian Vettel accidentally crash his car to allow Mark Webber to win a race, or will he just be an egotistical prick once again?
Well,
And that's the entire
you know, if
season.
it's
though.
raining, it could be raining Sunday, Will, so anything could happen.
Yeah, and Vettel can't really drive in the wet to save his life. Button's actually really good in the wet, so McLaren might actually get a win. They might even get some points for once.
Nico Rosberg's been pretty good in the first 2 free practice sessions in the wet, so...
Guys, let's be honest. Max Chilton is going to win the race.
Hell yeah. No,
definitely.
Heikki Kovalainen. Calling it right now. Mark it down.
I can't do a Heikki
Give me
Kovalainen voice.
give me
It's
a
like a
win without
lower
a car.
version of Kimi Räikkönen. Well, you know, it's like...
Heikki Kovalainen's racing in the Lotus.
Yeah.
Or the Lotus.
About this.
Yeah, we need to get Kimi on the show again. But we also need to get George on here on this show.
You want to tell the viewers who don't know who George Atatequengo is? Who he is?
The real version of George Atatequengo is in a show in the UK called Phone Jacker. And the idea is what you have this one guy who can do multiple impersonations, and he just calls up random people, and he goes into different themes. So he's got an Asian guy which talks about giving cheap internetings and dating sightings to people. You've got Terry Tibbs, who's like your proper Essex lag, you know, I'm going to get yourself this car. How much you want for this car, mate? I'll give you 50 grand for it, 50 grand, all right? You do this deal for me, I'll give you 50 grand, all right? And then you've also got a couple of you've got a very posh person who's very eccentric. And then you've got, you have George Atatequengo. And George, for some reason, he decided to sign up to iRacing. I have not spoken to George before, but I heard he was a good person when he was on iRacing.
Yeah, he was quite the clean driver from what I could tell. Kept his nose clean, didn't purposely wreck anybody like one Will Vincent does in hosted sessions.
Which is weird, because normally when people set up a second account, and I'm going to presume this is a second account, but when people set up a second account, normally those second accounts are just wreak vengeance on people who they couldn't reckon to their own account.
This is true.
So we've got to get...
But it could be totally legit, though. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, the JJ was signed up one time for iRacing, so that had to be legit.
Well, there was Satan himself. Oh, talking of which, James is left, but James got retweeted by Jesus Christ today.
Yes, he did. I saw that. You care to share the tweet?
Get real hot real fast, Dave.
I'm not sure. I do, yeah. James posted, holy fuck, lightning just hit up the street, which was favorited and retweeted by Jesus Christ. Of course.
Yeah. You know what's funny, though? James doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, so what happened there?
Maybe he does now.
We'll have to ask him if he ever drags his ass away from the breakfast, which is probably, shrimp or something.
Yeah, shrimp and roost steak. Apparently, though, it can't be kangaroo
On the bobby.
steak.
We've got another tweet.
Is it from
Pet
the
Chow-
Hot Texan?
No, it's from Pet Shower Motorsports. I'm sure
fuck off.
Sarah will tweet us again, I'm sure. Liam, the question's actually for you.
Oh.
Pet Shower Motorsports wants to know if they found the chipmunk that built your microphone yet.
I think they're still looking, in all honesty.
Well, moving on.
Oh, his mic the chipmunk must have fallen out of the mic.
Yeah.
No.
But I had, this is, for those of you who read the synopsis, I was going to talk about the gay guy who liked me on Facebook, and Neil Patrick Harris liked a post that I made on Facebook today, because I actually, get this, Dave, I wore a suit on Wednesday. A suit. I suited up.
Pictures or it didn't happen?
Huh?
Picture didn't happen.
I am a witness. I did actually witness it.
Yeah,
You witnessed it?
I witnessed it.
How? He's in freaking England and you're in America.
Facebook.
Yeah.
There's a picture?
King and I have, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
But yeah, so I was actually wearing a suit, and just to give you an update, it was a grey suit with a white shirt and black tie. So very nice. But
What was the special occasion?
this is going to sound really pretentious of me, but technically I'm the most powerful student in my university, in that I sit on the University Senate, which is the biggest decision-making board in the entire uni. So essentially, I have to wear a suit because I'm sitting with all the top guys in the university to make all the important decisions. But I posted on Facebook that my exact message was, "I'm wearing a suit. I feel so debonair," which is a quote from a piece which Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother did, talking about how suits are also debonair, and Neil Patrick Harris liked my Facebook status. So a gay icon likes me on Facebook.
Well, are you going to switch teams now, Will?
Well, whoa, what you saying? I mean, I know that I haven't got laid in the last 8, 9, 10 months, but hey ho.
I'm telling you,
Wow,
you had your chance. You had your chance at Indy, and you blew it.
She was drunk. It would have been abuse. I didn't even know how old she was. Well, I'm talking about the Midwest here.
You told me how you were going to pack up a whole suitcase full of condoms, and you put them all to shame. You put them all to waste. You didn't even use them.
Well, the issue was, half the time I was with you and Gok, and let's be honest, you guys aren't great wingmen.
Ooh.
We're not what?
The rest of the time I was with Randy, and Randy looked like my pimp more than anything else. People were starting to think I was a bit of a rent boy.
Well, you were supposed to come off as an up-and-coming English rapper, but you didn't want to play that part.
Yo, bruh, I's like gonna come down to your piece. I'm gonna make it out with you. Gonna do it. I can't rap to see my fucking life, bruh. Yo, bitch, nigga, bruh. I can't fucking rap again, bitch. Are you giving me a beat? You're gonna give me a beat? We'll do that a little bit later on. I will try and learn how to rap before the end of this podcast. It will be a rap at the end. However,
should rap to our theme song.
Yeah. Oh, God, that would be epic. But
yes, it would.
So the idea is, it's like, you know, and again, they're in the Midwest. I don't know which ones are inbred and which ones aren't. Is it the ones that have got the pointy, funky eyes, or what? Or is it just people that like pissing in the back of other people's gardens?
I'm fine. I'm just fucking pissed.
Well, to be fair, the house was abandoned and under foreclosure, so pretty much fair game.
True. Can I just say, were you at the poker game, Dave?
No.
I'm trying to figure out. No, it was Gok, Manifold, someone else, and someone else.
Then the housekeeper at the hotel stole your dollar bills that you won.
She did, yeah. So, and I ended up getting. I've got 5 sentimental dollar bills, which I kept when I came back to England, which are sentimental dollar bills. But everyone had originally signed my dollar bill, so if you get a dollar bill with Scott Manifold's signature on it, it's mine.
The Germans.
Is it Germans have my dollar?
They're ruthless.
Yeah, fucking.
They're also ruthless when it comes. They're also ruthless when it comes to pricing donuts and other pastries.
Oh, especially at the German market. You don't want to hear my stories about the German market this week. I'm getting more and more pissed off by the day. In fact, Liam, don't come to Birmingham for the next month or so because you'll end up wanting to kill people the same way I do.
Or get stabbed.
You won't get stabbed in the German market. Actually, no! There's this whole thing, actually, at the moment in Birmingham where this guy, I won't say what complexion he is because I might be coming across as racist, but this guy is stabbing women with needles, which is this whole HIV scare going on at the moment. They don't know whether or not they've been infected with HIV from a rusty needle or not.
For Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I live in this city.
That's fun.
What the hell's going on in England?
Who said romance is dead?
Hey, at least they're getting a prick for once.
Oh.
Andrew, we can't use that today. Today's a very sad day, remember?
No, we can't. You can't make this happen again.
Yeah, because it is the 50-year anniversary of JFK's assassination.
Oh, God.
However, tomorrow is the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. So perhaps the Daleks killed JFK. Who knows?
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
Well,
I can't get enough of the sound clips.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that keeps
Mario
this
Kart.
show. That's the only thing that keeps this show going is the sound clips.
Yeah.
It's nice to actually have sound clips.
Well-
Yes, Will.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
I have them, but you can't hear it when I play them.
Well, it makes it pointless.
Shout out
Oh,
to my
we've
buddy.
got 12 people watching. Hey, Liam, that's an entire field on Sim Raceway.
No, I need 2 more, then you're there.
Christian is
2
in
more.
front of me and he's trying to warm his tires.
Shout
That
out
was
to my,
Gorpin
my friend
Freegun.
TJ
That's
Fisco.
amazing.
He's
Oh.
listening. He's one of the 12.
I've just offended Will Roberts, his girlfriend from the Midwest. I think he's actually right now going to have a look at the way her eyes point. Really sorry, Will. If you do find out that your girlfriend's inbred, then what I suggest is going to a state where they're not. Simple as that. What else? Twitter's awesome. What are we talking about? People still tweet. Yeah. Someone just
asking
says
about
I'm the
Niki
best
Lauda?
IndyCar race on iRacing. What the
Hell
fuck?
yeah.
Are they drunk?
I don't. They
Yeah,
must be on
buddy.
some form of drugs. They've never seen me race IndyCar.
Yeah, God,
And
no.
he's trying to warm his
So yeah. Again, Dave, we have all this stuff, which I'm actually going to read the synopsis of what I said we're going to talk about. We've talked about the curse. We talked about Jimmie Johnson. We talked about Neil Patrick Harris. We need to question, however, my intake on alcohol. We've kind of touched upon that a little bit.
I want to know when you're moving to Texas.
When I get my green card.
That's it?
Simple as
I
that.
thought
As
you
soon
already
as
have
I
a
get a green
Starbucks
card,
card.
I'm fucking over there.
Well, don't you have to live in the United States to actually get a green card?
Can I not just do the simple way and marry a Mexican or something?
Visa. You gotta
Well,
get a
marrying
visa.
a Mexican's not going to help you.
Well, it does. 'Cause
Well,
what I do is I get
Mexico,
married in
maybe.
Mexico and I just do whatever every fucking Mexican does and come through the border. It's not as if you protect them or anything.
The
But
show is degraded this far, 26 minutes in.
yeah. Okay.
Four
I marry a
episodes.
Canadian and just walk through the border because I can't tell the difference except for the fact I've got a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks cup in my hand. Simple as that.
Floppy heads. Floppy heads.
Yeah, the flop-
Actually, through the woods of Canada and the United States on the border, they knocked down all the trees like 100 feet wide so you can actually see the border. I'm
Oh,
serious.
look, someone's running away. What's this all about? Oh.
Hey, if you can survive out in those thick woods, you deserve to be able to cross the border.
Well, which is what I said about my ex-girlfriend.
That's assuming you actually had one.
Do I have to actually? No. Next week I'll just post photos. They're not. Some of them aren't pretty. I won't lie to you. If any of my ex-girlfriends are listening to this, I'm fucked. Except for the last one because she's beautiful and I still miss her. I know.
That's so
Not
sweet.
literally.
I know. Feelings. So many feel. I need to give you a Chris Overland update. By the way, he's ill this week.
So the swag's not working for him.
Well,
huh?
the thing is, he cut his hair off a little bit, so he's not got much swag anymore because that was all in his hair. Now he's lost half his hair. He's not got much swag at all. I tell you what, this is going to be a Wil and Dave prediction. By week 6 of the Pro Series, he'll be outside the top 25. I guarantee it.
All right, write it down.
What-
It's
what are we wagering
4:29
on this?
Eastern Standard Time on November 22nd.
There we are.
Yeah,
In
we are.
2 weeks' time, and Chris Overland's going to be outside the top 25 in the Ice Not Come Pro Series because he cut his hair off. So, my intake on alcohol. You did say Sunday was a lot better because I wasn't drunk.
Well, I'm not saying that it was like better. It was just we could understand you and you were more coherent.
Well, you can't really compare that to the Friday show when no one who was listening could hear it at all.
Because you were so pissed drunk that you couldn't plug your microphone in right or whatever the excuse was.
Well, okay, I'm going to go all techie in your ass. My microphone was actually plugged in. What I have is I have this kind of noise filter thing. So, because I've got a huge-ass PC fan and a huge-ass heater behind me, I'm not going to turn the fan off because otherwise my PC crash. I'm not going to turn the heater off otherwise my cock shrinks in size. So, I have this noise filter so that if it's just background noise, the mic won't kick in. But I forgot to set it high enough for doing this because I have it low and I do interviews and commentary, and that's the reason why it didn't come through. Yep.
All right, the explanation was so long-winded that I guess we have to believe it.
Yeah. We are, by the way, we are going to dedicate 18 seconds, Dave, to talk about the DW12. Would you like to take the entire 18 seconds, or shall we take 9 each?
I think BT would like to say something about the DW12.
Go ahead. Wait. Your time starts now.
As long as a DW12 does not race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which no IndyCar should ever race there again, I will be totally and completely satisfied.
You've still got 4 seconds left.
You also have AIDS.
Erie, PA.
Well, there we are. Thank you very much, BT. So, I mean,
You're welcome.
On a serious note, the DW12, it will, in many ways, depending when it comes out, it has to come out before May, otherwise there's no point in bringing it out for another year. Let's be honest, because you need the Indy 500 and the Triple Crown to kick that car into gear on the oval. And, of course, the oval helps drive participation on the road as well, vice versa. It has to come out in such a way that you can use it on both the road and the oval when it needs to be used. There's no point in bringing it out season 4 2014.
Well, I would like to make an announcement on the Wil and Dave show. I got some insider information on when the DW12 is going to be released. Would you like to hear it?
Ooh.
You sure, or should I tease it a little bit?
Okay, we will come back in 5 minutes and we'll give you this breaking news announcement. So, in the meanwhile, Dave, I do need to ask you a question. Why do you not want to talk about American football on this show?
I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, and they don't play American football. They play shit.
It's okay. Baltimore doesn't either.
Well, they pretend to. They won a Super Bowl, but that was all
Those
luck.
used to be the Cleveland Browns. They've won 2 Super Bowls. They can't handle it.
Well,
and silence.
Well, yeah. I would say, Liam, of course, is an Eagles fan. Liam, how do you feel being an Eagles fan?
Don't ever give up.
Dead.
He's not even here anymore, is he?
Eric Vanek
is he's dead. He's an Eagles
Eric
fan.
Vanek is an Eagles fan as well, and I'm
Well,
sure
of
he
course,
feels similar.
the Eagles came up with that Tyler Swift remake. You know, we are never, ever, ever gonna win with Andy. Oh, look at that. They're 9-1.
Oops.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think Andreas Stratman could do a better job coaching the Eagles
This
than
is unbelievable what is going on iRacing with IndyCar.
I
whatever
have
the
to
hell his
say,
name
he
is in Morgan
really has
State.
got to be one of the most famous people right now on IndyCar. In iRace, I mean, what, you've got a handful of people. You've got Travis Miller. You've got Eric Eisenbeck, but that's only because no one cares about him. Lance because of the polls. That's not the race of people, because he probably likes the polls, but I don't know how many he's had sexual relations with. But it's more about the fact he puts up polls on a stick. So then you've got a couple in IndyCar, of course, characters, shall we say. But the main one really has got to be Andreas right now.
What I want to know is, does Andreas really even realize how big of a star he is and how often he's quoted?
I was hoping that he would at least come out and say something on the forums. He's got like 8 messages posted out there, so I don't know how often he gets out there.
We're gonna retweet. We're gonna tweet the link to Andy's video of some of his quotes here in a minute. So if you're on the Twitter, check it out. It's a hilarious video.
Yourself. You have more incident as iRating points.
Well, don't forget, last year it was our good friend Julian Pham, Dave, with the peating now.
Yeah, that was quite good.
So,
Andy, the video's up to 862 views.
Wow.
And
That's more than Sim Raceway have watching in the Indy 500.
We're going to get like 3 more views when we post it on the Twitter, because we only have 12 followers.
Yeah, please follow us, at Wil and Dave Show. By the way, we have to give a shout out to the Beaver Inn, who are following us on Twitter, because they're the first company to follow us. We're going to give them a shout out and follow them at the Beaver Inn. Enjoy the views over the water to the Sunderland Sounds and Bronson, Dunstable and Instow while relaxing in the sunshine on our riverside patio. And then afterwards, go inside and fuck a beaver. The Beaver Inn, at Beaver Inn, awaiting your custom now at thebeaverin.co.uk. I think we did a good job there, Dave.
I think that was very nice.
Liam, have you been to the Beaver Inn?
He'll be pleased.
Yeah. I think Liam...
You know, if he's not going to talk, you might as well just boot him.
Dave, I'm a little bit worried. I think that we might have killed Liam.
With all the sim failway jokes.
Yeah, what do we do?
I think we should get rid of him. Dispose of him quietly.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll move him down to this room. Okay, he's gone.
And he'll never know.
That's I would say that was our first fatality in the Wil and Dave show, but we kind of have had some virtual fatalities. And by the way, Josh, if you wreck out at Richmond, it's not our fault, we promise.
Oh, no.
We'll see.
Oh.
Will, the race is sponsored by the Wil and Dave Podcast, and there's 2 cars going to be running the Wil and Dave show name and or logo. I mean, the whole iRacing server could crash.
That it'll be the thing that, you know, whoever starts on pole position for some reason just spins to the right. The entire field, 26 car pileup.
How about this? In the fixed race last season at Richmond, Matt Lambertson was unlucky enough to get a quote-unquote cutting the course penalty on the initial start of the race, even though he did absolutely nothing wrong. He just went when the pace car went off, and he got a black flag for cutting the course. How do you cut the course in an oval?
I've actually seen that penalty before.
But he's on the track. How do you get a cutting the course?
I don't know. Ask Chris Main that. It happened to him in DWC, I think, either earlier this year or last year. I don't remember
The question is, do you have to slow all the way down? Because if you slow down too far, the caution will come out. So if it was
he
me...
got an automatic black flag.
What?
Slow down. Yep.
Yeah.
Black flag, cutting the course.
Racist bastards! Talking of racism, next Friday's Black Friday,
he got the dark
kids.
colored flag, sorry.
Next Friday's Black Friday.
Ah, it is. Perhaps 50% off of iRacing subscription?
Yeah, I don't really care about that. I just want to thank you Americans for making sure at least one day a year black people get to work.
That's... never mind.
So can you, one of you guys actually explain to me in 10 seconds what Black Friday actually... Is it the whole stock crash thing in the 1930s?
No, it's supposedly the day where, after that point, the businesses are making money. So...
so profit and loss accounts into the black rather than being in the red.
Yep.
Oh.
And that's what you learn on the Wil and Dave podcast. The more you know.
Unless you're German, in which case you can't listen to this until later on today.
The
So you'll be
Germans.
behind the times. It's like a second-rate education, really, isn't it? If you're listening to the Wil and Dave show in Germany.
That's one thing you're calling it.
For the record, I love Germany. In fact, I've even banged a German girl, and she was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She wasn't hairy or anything. You know, those owls are turning me on, Andy. Don't play them again.
Crickets?
Crickets, owls, they sound like exactly the same.
I know it turns you on.
Oh, no, come on.
English
This is-
muffin.
E.T. in the
I'm
house.
sorry, Dave. You're too young to be on this podcast.
But I'm not too young for some people.
Oh, you
Ellen.
poor thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, this went in a
Better
bad
you
direction.
play Mario Kart.
Yep. So, moving on to other things, shall we, Dave? We have got to actually reveal when the DW12 is going to come out.
Do we have a drum roll, perhaps?
We'll do a dubstep one.
And
That's the best I got.
announcing for the first time the official release date of the DW12 IndyCar on iRacing. Soon.
Oh my god, it's soon! That's amazing! Guys, this is breaking news. You heard it here first on the Wil and Dave Podcast. The DW12 is coming to iRacing soon!
It's unbelievable what is going on iRacing with IndyCar. It's unbelievable, really unbelievable what you do.
That's amazing.
Well,
Dave, how did you find that information out?
well,
The
I'm
iRacing
very...
clock.
Have you been giving sexual favors to the beta testers again?
Hell yeah, the iRacing clock. No. I can't get... Now, Will, like a good magician, you know, you never give your secrets away. All I can say is I'm very connected in the wide world of iRacing. And
By connected, do you mean their cocks in your ass?
Emails dropped to me. What?
By connected, do you mean their cocks in your ass?
No.
Well, what do you mean by
Wore out
connected?
as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
No,
What do
I
you mean
gotta
by
clear
connected?
something
Is your
up.
mouth around their cock?
No.
Well, how are you connected then?
The Twitter. I know
So
people-
what? You blow a bird, it flies over, then dumps your load into its face? What?
Why do you always got to drag it down to such a garbage gutter level, Will?
Because that's what I do, baby.
Why can't I just be friends with people and they, give me some good information that we can share
Yeah,
exclusively
because that makes good
on the
comedy
Will and
now,
Dave
doesn't
show?
it? Jesus
I was talking over you. I couldn't hear you.
I have said Jesus quite a lot, actually, recently. I got a funny look from a Jehovah's Witness earlier today because I said Jesus Christ when I was pushing my way through the German market. She looks at me and says, "How dare you say Jesus Christ's name in vain? He wasn't even real!" So, yeah.
They asked you if you had a moment for Jesus after that.
Well, yeah. What I did is I went onto James' Twitter account and I apologized directly to Jesus Christ.
Hey, we gained a follower after the DW12 announcement.
That's amazing.
Joe
Who is
Branch
it?
now follows us.
Who?
Your
Joe
Will and Dave
Branch.
show. It's,
Joe
from
Branch
Kokomo,
follows
Indiana.
us? That's like an honor.
In all seriousness, after the big storms blew through on Sunday, glad to see that Joe and his family's okay after the storms blew through his town in Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, that's scary. I mean, I've been up to Kokomo, and I mean, it's one of the things that really confuses me about the way housing is in America compared to how it is over here, because we kind of like bricks and mortar and shit like that, and that's not really the case in America, isn't it?
Mortar.
Mortar.
No, we're cheap and like to build deadly houses.
I would give you an explanation as to why housing is cheap in America, because it is my profession, but my God, that would be boring. So shall we move on?
Absolutely. We need more. We need more Twitter interactions. Send us some
really
tweets.
do.
We'll answer your questions or on the YouTubes.
We have got to announce the first race of the Will and Dave Challenge, Dave, and we've not even talked about this yet.
This is going to be totally and completely on the fly.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to open Microsoft Excel, okay?
Okay. That's exciting so far.
Yeah, this is exciting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flick the up and... I'm going to flick something. It's the first time for everything.
A bean?
I'm going to run up and down on Excel, and you have to say stop at any point you want.
Just say when you start.
I've started already.
Stop.
Okay, that is track number 21 in all of the track lists on iRacing. So when we go to the hosted session, see, this is how we do it on the Will and Dave show. It's actually random, so it's the 21st track or track combination. So what this means right now is that whilst you're talking for the next 15 seconds, Dave, I'm gonna have to figure out what track that actually is. No doubt it's gonna be something really shit and boring.
Do 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 do.
If it's Barber, I'm just gonna walk out right now.
Quality airtime filling on the Will and Dave Show podcast.
It says Circuit
This is
Zolder
unbelievable
alternate.
what is going on iRacing with IndyCar.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
We're not
Concord! Concord's the nearest fun place for that.
Oh, Jesus.
Concord, now we need to find a car.
Corvette.
Corvette? Would the Corvette work there? I was thinking more a slow car like a Miata.
Okay.
Or we could do the Star Mazdas, but is there enough banking, or is it just going to be like a shitter version of Iowa?
No,
I
it's
think it'd be
like
Iowa.
21 degrees of banking. Let's do the Mazda.
Star Mazda? Or the
No,
MX-5?
Not the road. Do the Roadster just to piss people off.
Okay, we'll do the Roadster.
We've
Okay.
got some interactions.
Now, we need to do this again. You need to say, and I'm going to have to put this at the middle, say stop, Liam, whenever you want. And seeing as you, I know how long you last, and this is going to be very quick.
Stop.
That's what she said.
Okay, we are going to have ourselves 21% in the fuel tank.
Oh boy.
So
Jim
this-
Swinbanks at J_Swinbanks says, anyone need a beer while I'm up? Hell yes.
should we
But Will
get Jim?
Vincent
Should we
doesn't drink
get?
beer.
Is he over here?
I just yelled at him. I said, get on here.
Yeah. Does he even know where we are? Because we're not in our usual place today, are we, Dave? Because
No, we're not.
My microphone was fucking up, and it's not actually my fault when it happened. Because what Banshee decided to do is put their TeamSpeak as far away from me as possible.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
They're
It is
obviously
fucking
biased against
racist.
English folk.
Banshee are fucking
I didn't say it was racist. What's it called if you don't like somebody from a certain country?
Xenophobia, darling.
All right,
Yeah.
then, xenophobic.
I put a 9-syllable word into a report the other day.
And what word was that?
It was something along the line of interdisciplinary. No, it's interdisciplinarianism.
And can you use that in a sentence?
When we are considering the collaborations between interdisciplinarianism approaches, then we get the understanding that blah 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 blah.
Yada yada yada.
Yeah. In other words, it's a good way of putting big words into a report to make yourself look more intelligent. I've done that for 4 years at university. Let's be honest. My lecturers aren't listening to this. They don't realise how much I fuck about at university.
So have you started the hosted session yet, Will?
No, I'm setting it up as we speak. So, how many laps?
Don't forget
do?
Oh, they're 30, 35, 40, something like that.
Open qualifying as always.
Hell yes, open qualifying.
It's a short track, isn't it? So we can get away with about 50 laps.
We'll do it live. All right, let's do 50.
We'll do 50 live. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it live.
Okay. So that is. We're gonna do these every other week. I think we're gonna do it. Very quickly.
Better
by the way.
you play Mario Kart.
Shut up, you faggot. Don't
forget to post in the forum.
Follow us at Wil and Dave Show on Facebook /Wil and Dave. Follow me at Will Vincent. We are on every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern on GlacierTV. We're available on iTunes 24 to 48 hours after that. If you can't be bothered to use iTunes, then we're on the ETV Motorsports Radio Network, 9 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think that sums it up. Dave, we really need to come up with more stuff before we go live. What we're going to talk about?
Well, Will, I was going to say that all those folks that would be interested in running the Will and Dave Show Challenge on iRacing in the hosted session, but you're listening on demand, you got to be here at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's when the sessions will normally go up. And now it's your turn to talk again.
I'm trying to type. I'm black and I'm English.
So,
and I'm
so
male.
Will Vincent cannot type. Will Vincent cannot type and talk. Well, Pet Shower Motorsports has tweeted us again.
For fuck's sake, Petcha! If you want to talk to us, get your ass over here and talk to us like a human being. You know where we are, okay?
He wants to give a shout out to the SK USA Super Nats. There's a couple iRacers at the event, so he wants to say hello.
Isn't Aaron
Moving on.
liking that?
Who?
Aaron Likens?
I think he is, yeah.
Now, why in the hell did you kick me?
I don't know, because I can.
I'm very disappointed, Will.
Aw, you poor thing.
That hurts my heart.
Ah, by the way,
I feel like Andreas would say it like that.
Yeah.
There he
You
is.
hurt my heart.
Ah.
It hurts my heart. Should we bring him aboard?
Hi, Justin
There
Powell.
he is.
Welcome to the Wil and Dave Podcast. How are you?
Very good. Just
There we are. That was Justin Petchow, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's gone.
Yeah, he gone.
That's how we do shit.
How long till he comes back?
I don't know.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, let's try this again,
Let's
shall
see
we?
how many times we could do this.
Okay. Sorry about that, Justin.
We must have had a bad connection there, Justin. Sorry about that.
yeah, it's the weather here in fact.
And he gone.
Surely you'd realise the fact that if he is still listening to the stream.
Came and got him.
Better you play Mario Kart.
Look at Liam trying to come up with oh, he's back again!
Why would he go back if he can hear on the stream?
He's trying to get out of my grasp. I'm gonna get him again.
4, 3.
He's not gonna get down to one, bitch. Are we gonna get done by YouTube for playing that?
How many more times is he gonna come back on here?
I'm not sure. The thing is, though, what he's doing now, we're not actually talking about anything at all. Oh,
Well,
we
that
haven't
puts it
had
up to a
Kimmy
good
on the
2
show
minutes.
today. Dave, call Kimmy up in a moment. That's not the way you do it in Finland. It's
I'm fine. I'm just fucking pissed.
A Danica Patrick sound clip for Sarah.
He just fucking slapped it right into the front of me. What?
Well, to be fair,
Phrasing.
Danica, listening to the shit that comes out of your ass, I'm going to go through the front door. I'm not going to lie to you.
Will Roberts wants us to talk about porn. I don't know what kind of pervert he is, but I'm not going there.
Yeah. What's pornography?
Hey, guess who's back? JP.
He's back! Okay, Justin, we promised that we're going to be serious this time when we talk to you. You had something that you wanted to say to us. What is it?
At least give a shout out to some of the iRacers.
We gave a shout out to some of the iRacers! To the iRacers, hello!
Hello!
I don't know what that means to play us out. What does that mean?
Okay, Dave, we have Kimmy on the line, so you can talk to him first.
Well, hold on a second before we talk to Kimmy. Sorry, Kimmy. We know you're world champion, but Twitter's more important. Ron Meyer Jr. at Ron Meyer Jr. says he's got beer for us.
Bring it over.
Yeah. Now,
I feel
Kimmy,
like that's a lie.
Kimmy, we know you like to drink the beers. So, what is that? What you've been doing on your little sabbatical?
Well, you know, drinking beer is okay, but it doesn't really make me that drunk. So normally I only have maybe one, maybe two beer, and then afterwards I go to vodka, because when I get the vodka, not only can I drink vodka, I can also give vodka to the Swedish sluts. And once I get the vodka to the Swedish sluts, then it's very easy to bang them.
Kimmy, how come you've never hooked up and been sponsored by a vodka company? I feel like that would be a perfect match.
Well, because they are, they're intelligent, and they know that if they sponsor me, then they're going to have to give me free vodka, so it's easier to not be on the car and give me free vodka anyway, and then when people see me in a strip club, they know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, I guess. Kimmy, who's gonna win the Brazilian Grand Prix? Since you're not gonna be involved, you gotta have an inside scoop on who's gonna take the victory.
Well, I should know. Formula One, it is all premeditated. Bernie Ecclestone has all drivers under this no disclosure agreement, but he managed to find a way to make it rain in Brazil. So, Max Chilton is going to win race, but then also in second position will be Heikki Kovalainen, because they want to make sure you have finished driver in 2 teams next year. And then finally you're going to have safety car. Safety car will come home in 3rd position because everyone else crashes.
You sure one of the Marushas, like the one you crashed into at Abu Dhabi, won't win the race?
Last time I checked, Max Chilton is in Marusha, so maybe rather than just watching fucking shitty NASCAR, you should pay attention to Formula One before you ask me another question again. But it's okay. You're only retarded reporter after all.
Kimmy, you race in NASCAR. You can't really get at me about NASCAR like that if you're racing in it.
Yes, but I tell you already that we have. Wait a minute, I have my friend George on the phone, so maybe you'll talk to George instead, please. Thank you.
Nice talking to you, Kimmy.
Hey! Why do you call me up? Why do you call me up right now?
Because the show's going straight down the toilet, and we need some comedic relief.
Hey, so why do you call me? You know that I have to. Hey. Then why they call me up again? Hey, why you not talk to me on the phone? Hey, answer the
Maybe
phone.
someone else is calling you.
Oh, hey, Kimmy, why are you calling me? Are you currently doing interview? I wanted to tell you that this Wil and Dave Johnson, they ask very stupid questions, so just be careful, okay? Hey, okay, I understand what you say, but now I have to do this interview, okay? Sorry, David, what is it you're saying to me?
George, I wanted to know who you thought was going to win the Wil and Dave show Richmond race on Sunday.
Hey, this is very easy answer. It is as simple as Ryan Norton is going to win.
But he doesn't even race in the series. Or is
Well,
he going to win in the spectator chat?
He's still going to win anyway. He is best driver I know. Well, that was easy, wasn't it?
Well, I have to say that George is a bit delusional when it comes to who's the best iRacer.
That's what happens if you're on broken anus.
Well, I guess if you have like 7,000 forum posts, that means you are the best driver.
Yeah, true story.
The Germans.
The Germans. So the important question is, Dave, we've got this series going, we've got all this shit going on, but we have done zero fucking preparation today. We ran out of stuff to talk about half an hour into the fucking broadcast, and I had to spend 15 minutes of that abusing Liam Jenkins.
Only
You know what,
15.
You know what, though? We still got a full hour in,
No, we
despite
haven't. We
not
took
even
55
preparing.
minutes.
Well, we still got like 3 minutes left. I mean, we're going to just go off the tracks again like last time.
Well, yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've over-allocated my session? No, I haven't.
What's the matter?
Oh, no.
Better
What does
you
that
play
mean?
Mario Kart.
Oh, no.
Send in your tweets now before we get cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I want to give a couple of shout-outs to people who are watching on
Don't ever
YouTube.
give up.
Anthony Burns, Johnny Walker on a McLaren. True story, actually. When Kimmy was at McLaren, they had whiskey on there.
No, that's a good choice. Good story.
I've just been called an arsehole. Yes, I am an arsehole. If you've got an issue with that, then please write a letter to Wilmington. I don't give a fuck. P.O. Box, suck my cock, Birmingham, United Kingdom. Thank you very much.
And NSC337. Use your real name if you want us to address you in the future.
Will Roberts. You know what? Best types of... We were talking about porn at work today, actually.
Well, what the fuck was that? He just fucking slapped it right into the front of me. What?
Well, my female boss admitted that she watches porn of her husband. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. We've got new people who's moved in upstairs.
Well, you set up the hostess session with only one driver in it.
What?
Yeah, it's a 0 out of 1.
How about I set it up again?
Yeah, because I joined it, and I'm the
Dave
I'm
Johnson,
the only
congratulations!
I win!
Yay! So we've got new
Beers
people.
for me.
We've got new people who've moved into the office upstairs. Have I ever told you about the people who's in the office upstairs from where I am?
Is it some sort of studio of art?
That's a very loose way of saying it. You know how you have the Christian happy singy churches?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but about as far out of tune as you can go.
Oh, so they really suck.
Yeah. Now imagine that at 130 decibels.
Oh boy.
So loud that I can't actually physically play Marilyn Manson loud enough to piss them off. They were the people who were upstairs, and I used to go into my office on a Sunday to do work, not to sit down.
White trash, get down on your knees. It's time for a cake and herbal tea.
Nice rap there.
Oh, that's
better
fucking
than what Vince
awesome.
can do. How come a little white boy from Iowa can rap better than you?
Alright, someone give me a beat.
Andy?
I gotta find one.
Like, it's such a chore.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's like, oh god.
Someone give me a beat.
Give me 2 minutes and I'll find something for you.
We're gonna run out of time.
Oh, time. What we'll do is we'll cut out some of the shit in the middle. We'll carry on. And we'll just cut shit out. And then when it comes on CTV, everyone's gonna fucking love us.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. So yeah, I've got these people who are upstairs, and it was really I've got people who live upstairs from where I am as well. And this woman was actually praying and thanking God for dinner on Monday. Thank you, God, for dinner on Tuesday. Thank you, God, for dinner on Wednesday. Thank you, God, for dinner on Thursday. She finishes dinner and she starts on breakfast. After breakfast, she goes on to lunch. After lunch, she goes on to thank you, God, for giving me snack on Monday. God doesn't give two shits.
Well, maybe she's just happy that she's able to eat and doesn't have to starve like, George would over in Africa.
He lives in Finland, remember?
Well, he had to move from Africa so
True.
he could eat.
But we had them
He's probably
upstairs,
pretty thankful.
and they got kicked out because they were making too much noise and also kind of using an office as a church. So now we have this kind of investment company. I won't lie to you. This new hot intern they've got, she's fucking amazingly hot.
Have you asked her out yet?
Her ass, I could bounce nickels off that all day, every day.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. No, I haven't. Not yet. Mainly because, although she did smile at me today and she asked me to help lift some furniture upstairs for her. Is that a sexual euphemism?
I'm sure it is.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Some strange person.
See, what do you know? You get arranged marriages where you come from.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, dropping those truth bombs on them.
Yeah. Whoa, can't talk about bombs, don't forget. Asia includes Japan, and America dropped some very big bombs on Japan.
Hey, Chinese is incredibly different from Japanese.
I know, you two hate each other.
Yeah.
You spend most of your time, attacking each other more than the Americans would attack them.
Maybe.
There you are, kids, your history. Talk about history lesson. Did anyone see that really cool thing that happened on Twitter? Where they basically played out, and in fact, they played out how the wars, World War One, World War Two was, with Facebook characters. So you had the Axis on one side, the Allies on the other, and all the nations represented it. It was amazing. Anyone see it? No, because none of you guys are culturally aware. Fuck you, Americans. Have you got my beat yet, Andrew?
Shots fired.
I'm looking.
Hey, Will Roberts has joined our Will and Dave Show challenge.
That's a pretty unfortunate mistake. Get out while you can.
Oh, by the way, there's a very funny photo that Jim posted. Have you seen that?
No.
Go onto the forum, have a look at the sitting on a team session thing. Go down to the very bottom.
Okie dokie. Let me get there. Has some great radio or whatever you want to call it. The very bottom. Jesus!
I'm incredibly amused by that.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he
That's
does
amazing.
like playing with his balls quite a lot.
This is true. But you know what? That's really an exaggeration of how big his would be.
True. By the way, John says he doesn't actually say hello. I think I'm implying that he said hello to us.
Close enough. He's a hippie. I'm sure he's, peace loving.
I'm talking about John.
saying
John's
hello
not
to
a
everybody.
hippie. He dates crazy eyes.
I thought you said Jim.
I said John.
Oh.
Did I say Jim? This has
You
been
said
a fun.
John.
Okay, after Sunday's podcast, which is fucking amazing, Dave. This has been pathetic. This is all your fault.
Why is it my fault?
It's your fault because
It's your fault
I'm
because
the
you're
one
drunk.
that makes the fucking graphics. I'm the one that spent half an hour on TeamSpeak updating the graphics after you went to make your Twitter page. I'm the one that has to go and fucking stream this stuff. I'm the one that makes the YouTube page. I'm the one that keeps it up on the fucking on the iRacing forums. What do you do? What do you do?
I can't hear you with all my iRacing Championship PDF stuffed in my ears.
What do you do?
I make this show what it is.
Watch on yourself. You have more influence as iRating points.
Liam Jenkins has done more for this episode than you've done, and he's barely said anything.
Oh, come on. That's
because they got kicked out of the channel. Wait for it.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
Well, you're just drunk and you're saying things you don't mean, and you'll feel bad about them in the morning.
No, I won't. I'm not
Yeah,
surprised I'm waking up next to you, for Christ's sake.
You're never doing
That would be a mistake.
That implies that Will ever felt anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So, in
Should we
other
just
words,
end this now since Will has gone off on a tangent?
I'm getting your beat up right now.
so what I'm actually trying to say, Dave, is for the next episode, do you actually fancy planning everything?
I told you we needed to plan something. I sent you a Facebook message. I'm like, what are we talking about? You're like, Liam Jenkins, that's all we need. And so, there you go.
Well,
Then
let's
fail
be fair, Liam. I could talk about all the things that you said. That would take up a 4-hour slot in itself.
You know what? I think this needs to be a rap battle. You ready?
Oh, God.
Drop it.
When
Will.
I was back in my home, all the peeps didn't know me. They looked at me thinking, Black, what is with your homies? I just walk around, I don't know what's going on, but then I come to my friend Dave and say, what's going on?
You gotta be kidding me, right?
Rap, 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 go!
I can't. Not happening.
Real life.
Liam, rap!
That's the national anthem.
It's not our national anthem. We won the fucking war. We have our own anthem. They have their anthem.
I said that's a national anthem.
United States had to bail you out.
Bullshit. We're doing fine.
Here we go again.
America. Hey, speaking of America, where is Paul Jenkins?
I don't know.
This has been on the whole
Get real
time.
hot, real fast, Dave.
Paul, not Liam.
Pauline, 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 Pauline. Where the fuck are you on? We need you on our podcast. Okay, what we're doing now, King? It's all in your hands. Yo.
Not again.
Dave Judson.
We
Josh
need
Chin.
some Nefri. We need some Nefri rapping or something. Some clips.
Liam Jenkins. Will Vincent.
Don't ever give up.
Hashtag Wil and Dave.
Don't ever give up.
Andre Straightman. Yo. Back in my crib, I go walking around. I look at the ground. I think what's going on in my mind. But then I look at that boy Andre Straightman. I'm thinking, bruh, that guy knows what he's saying, what he's doing. Like he says it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Look at the truck. You know it's always unbelievable. He say unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. Then he goes and he races it.
It's going on iRacing with IndyCar. It's unbelievable, really unbelievable what you do.
I tell you what, we have proven: just because you're black doesn't mean you can rap.
We're breaking down racial barriers every day on the Wil and Dave show.
I'll take that.
Quiet.
Right, there we are. He's done for the time being. What are you saying, Liam?
No, it's the moment's gone. Train's at the station.
Well, we're talking
train
about the
is out of the
UK train
station.
system. Train's never going to leave the station. It's fucked.
Well, it's left now.
Yeah, true. Bye! So, I think this has been the worst podcast we've done so far, Dave.
I don't know. The second one wasn't really that good.
Yeah, should we
Santa
sign
wasn't
ourselves
exactly
out?
high.
We're out.
So, episode 4, let's be honest, it was fucking shit, but we're done. What we'll do is we'll try and make this into 58 minutes worth of stuff worth talking about. Who knows? Don't forget, follow us on Twitter, at Wil and Dave Show, facebook.com/Wil with an N Dave. Follow us on iRacing as well, all of that bullshit. Dave, what are we going to talk about next week?
The Wil and Dave Show Challenge. I'm sure we got to talk about that at least for 2 seconds.
We'll talk about the Wil and Dave Show Challenge. Talk about 16th Street Racing League, how the Wil and Dave, how many other laps it is at Richmond race went.
160.
Huh?
John Porzik says he's going to employ the tea and crumpet strategy.
Awesome.
Run 3 laps and then pit for 10.
We're also going to find something worth talking about that isn't about commentators, isn't randomly about bullshit. We'll find something interesting and entertaining. If you want us to talk about something, I'll even talk about pornography next week if I have to. It'll be entertaining.
Chris Overland, get on the show. Quit
I don't know what that
around.
means to play us out. What does that mean?
That's it. Any final
We're
thoughts,
done.
Dave?
If you're still listening after this next week, I usually say may God bless you, but Will would probably say may Buddha bless you or whatever crap he says.
Flying spaghetti monster.
I was going to say may the Mormon God bless you.
May Andreas Stratman bless you.
Yes.
It's unbelievable what is going on iRacing with IndyCar.
Well, to be fair, if you survive...
goes in front, not the lucky driver, the better driver.
Okay, what I like what's going on here is how I try to wrap it up, and then Andrew just carries on playing stuff. Not the way it fucking works.
Have fun editing all that.
Sure.
But we don't edit.
Yeah, we might not edit it, you know. So, next week, Dave, we've got to be honest, we've got to sort this shit out.
Well, I'm going to have a turkey hangover, so I'm going to be a little slower talking than normal.
True.
Will Vincent, the honorary American, is going to eat a turkey sandwich.
No, did you see my dinner last year? It was fucking amazing. I did duck, I didn't do turkey, because I couldn't find any decent turkey, so I did duck on a...
Turducken.
Turducken. The John Madden turducken.
I did it on a 4 veg mash with some greens, and then I made myself some kind of biscuits to go with it. And American biscuits, not English biscuits, because what would be the point in dipping a digestive into that? Mashed
English
potatoes
muffins.
and gravy, mac and cheese. Does anyone remember that KFC advert?
It was horrible.
Oh, yeah. It, was,
It
we
really
tried to block
was.
it out.
It summed up how inbred uncles and kids have sex. Let's be honest.
Wow.
But yeah, so I'm gonna have a bit of a turkey hangover as well. I'm not gonna lie. I always get Thanksgiving off work as well because it's eat turkey, watch NFL, and then Friday's Black Friday, so I'm spending all my money like a good black boy should. And then I'll be skint for the entirety of Christmas. It's gonna be great. So that pretty much is gonna be my Thanksgiving. It's gonna be great. I wish I was over in America. I need to spend Thanksgiving in America one day.
America.
Liam, what you doing?
For what?
Oh, he's dead again.
Yeah, he's dead.
No, I'm here. I just.
Nope, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. I can't hear him.
King of kings.
I'll tell you what, Dave. I don't know. Should I feel bad for Pet Shower?
Maybe a little.
Nah.
And on that note, thank you for watching the Will and Dave Show podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
What the fuck was that? He just fucking slapped it right into the front of me. What?
Of all my podcasts, this one was the most recent.